Grab your heels because up next we're strutting with Janae.
Thank you for tuning in to her wellness journey. This is Winnie. I'm here with a good friend of the show, Miss Janae, choreographer and dance teacher. She's operating here on the north side every Monday, teaching strut with Janae. Welcome to the show, Janae.
Thank you for having me completely. This is really, amazing. I've been so excited about this. Been kind of telling everybody. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for taking the time out today. Today, here at the studio, she will be teaching strut with Janae. Now, what is strut, and what does your class entail?
Okay, strutting to me, in my opinion, is just owning who you are, being confident in who you are as a woman. And that's the main thing that I teach in my classes, just uplifting yourself and just being able to walk into a room and command attention just by your walk. So that's what we definitely start with classes. I make sure that you're not just coming to have a good time and just dance, but you also get some training in the background too as well. I grew up on this side of town and I've been dancing my entire life. Kind of took a break from it, but that's what really got me back to my happy place that I'm in now. You can kind of see this glow that I got going on, but
the dance glow.
It's been a blessing being able to do that. So I take my dance background that I had, and I try to give these ladies here the opportunity to learn that too if they've never had that before, or the ones who kind of had the same thing like me, like they had danced their entire life and then they stopped, and now this is a chance to get back into it. So it's been a lot of success stories from different people, and it's kind of been overwhelming, but in a good way at the same time. So
good. So now you mentioned your dance background. Tell us about you and dance, and what's your relationship to dance?
My relationship to dance is we are married. We are not going anywhere. Where can I begin? I've been dancing since I could walk, basically. Ballet, jazz, tap, hip-hop, point, all of it, modern. I've done all of it. Danced in college, worked for a couple of companies and things like that. And then once I got into the real world of being an adult, I kind of stepped away from it and got into a job into corporate, which I did love and I completely enjoyed, but I wasn't fulfilled, shall I say. And the end of 2017, people have issues. I have some kind of things going on, and I was like, what can I do to get back to Janae? What can I do to make me happy? What's the one thing that made me happy? And it was dance. Like, I dance and I just forget about everything else that's going on in the world, and I just let loose. So I told myself, you know what? I've been saying I want to teach dance classes. I want to teach dance classes, and I never did. So December, I was like, okay, January, I'm going to start my dance classes. I just chose a date. I started going around looking for different studios that was by the area, and it was great starting off and everything, but it still didn't feel like home. It still didn't feel like, and I had all of these women from the north side saying, man, I want to come to your class. I want to come, but it's so far and I don't know what to do and I want to drive. And I'm like, well, come. So May, I came back to my roots, came back home, and I've been at Project Move since then, and it has been the best move that I have probably ever made, and the decision I ever made in my life. I'm the happiest I've been in a long time.
Listen, that you can't put a price tag on happiness.
You can't.
And so you said, you're working. How did you find the time to even integrate that? Was that difficult?
Luckily, so with my corporate job, I had to step back away from that because I knew me being in the position that I was in, I didn't have time for dance because my job took up majority of my time. I had to be present for my job all the time. And so other people who managers, they understand you're on call. Yeah, you're on call until the store closed or something might happen overnight. So that was my life for a good time. So I kind of stepped away back from that, and I actually found something that here around South of Time that's kind of in the same field of doing that, but it didn't require so much of me and my time. So my boss, he is really great, and he let me kind of pick my schedule, so I have Mondays off. I took completely, so I can focus on my classes and really get my attention to that. So Sunday and Mondays are my days to dance and try to figure out what we're gonna do for the week and how I'm feeling and things like that. So that was kind of like a mandatory thing. That's one thing I said January. What I want to change about myself to make me more happy is speaking up for the things that I wanted.
Yes.
Because people can either tell you no, and you have to find somebody else who might want it, or whatever the case may be. So I came in and I said, well, I can't work on this day. And he was like, that's no problem, And so it's real convenient. Like I said, it's here close to my house.
Yeah. No Houston traffic.
No, I might catch a little on I-60, but it's just been great. And a lot of the women that I kind of grew up with in dance too, they all come and participate in my classes too, which I'm very grateful for. I met a lot of people actually doing this. One of my closest other teachers, she teaches on the Southside, T-Lynn. Shout out to T-Lynn. She teaches too as well. She's just talking with her and being able to embrace with other dance instructors too have been kind of amazing. It makes me see a different light of what I can also bring into my classes.
Awesome. So community, it sounds like women working together. You're working with your dancers are working with you. And then in the community of dance, you have other professionals, y'all are working together. That's awesome because community is a big thing that I feel like I value. And kind of tell our backstory. We worked together a long time ago. And being able to have that community when you have other women at work and you're not going after each other, but you're building each other up and supporting each other up. So when I saw it and heard, you know, you going after something I knew you were passionate about, I was like, oh yes, high five, you go, girl. So just like you said, taking that step, right? Just kind of
it was scary,
going there. And then when you went there, you walked into your job.
Back, so it was just God's timing, can I say, and everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
And it's like I said, it's the best and the happiest I've been in a while.
Awesome. You can't put a price tag on it. You really can't. So now your days, like you said, you've been able to manage Sunday, Monday dance days. Then the rest of the week is kind of back to the professional life. So that's how you balance it, scheduling.
Setting time away from yourself because we spend so much time at our job that it literally becomes your second home. Your job, your home, your job, your home. And it's the same thing. So being able to set this time to do something that I enjoyed and wasn't for anybody else, it's been liberating. Should I say? So,
That's awesome. Work-life balance, right? That's big. And then now kind of going back to your class and the things, the ladies that are coming in here. So I did my little research and I saw in an hour you can burn about 400 calories. So not only are you teaching and helping women, you're burning your calories, they're burning their calories, staying active, and once again, finding that balance. Like you said, not getting out the car, going to work, getting back in, going to bed. I know I've been there. So that's good to even know that these women are getting the opportunity to have that community. That's a healthy community. And I've taken the class a couple of times, and one thing I enjoyed was the community. The women were supportive. Nobody laughed at me for not being a dancer at all. I might be laying on the floor because they did this floor trick and I'm stuck. But nobody, you know, judged me. Like you said, everybody cheered me on. So the community here is definitely inviting.
That's a big thing that I'm on is uplifting women. Because like you said, people try to pin us against each other when we don't have to be. It's so much, it's room for all of us to grow and to love and to be successful. And why not do that with people who share the same passion and something that we can all build more together than trying to fight against each other for the same things. We look better together too as well.
True. So background, do I need to have a dance background?
Definitely not. I do get that question all the time. You do not need a dance background to attend any of my classes. They are intermediate classes, but I make it to where your learning style, you're able to pick up on it. And I always tell new beginners in my classes, just give me 4 classes, and then after that, you'll feel like you've been dancing your entire life.
You gonna put them in shape in 4 classes? So this is good stuff. We'll also have the opportunity to see you teach and interact with your students as well, right?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. It's going to be a great time. I got a nice song that everybody will kind of have a good attitude and energy with tonight, so it's going to be fun.
Okay, great. Well, I can't wait to take this class tonight with Janae here at Project Move. It's here every Monday at 8 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
So be sure to check her out at
Start with Janae on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Okay.
So just check us out, follow us, and all the details and all my videos are on there as well.
Awesome. Stay tuned. Up next dance class.
Okay, so we're trying it. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Cross, back, 2, 10, 3, 9, 4. Yeah, and right out there. From there, we're going to swing your left leg around. You're going to come here. And pop. Yeah. One more time. And love yourself through everything. Never let anybody tell you that you're not amazing, because you are. And just continue to be the baddest that you've always been. You know who you are.